Joe, really nice to speak to you. I suppose just a couple of reflections on the week. A disappointing night for you when you're in a cup competition like that.
No, I agree. It's frustrating. We knew the opposition, and that they're flying in League One, probably going to be a Championship side next year. But it's disappointing, nevertheless, when you go out in a cup competition, when you're so close. I didn't realise. I believe that was around a 16. So 2 more games after that, and you're at Wembley. So it is frustrating. It's a bit disappointing as well to lose to them. But hopefully tomorrow we'll get the job done, and looking forward to it.
Can you just lift that mic a bit higher?
Sorry, yeah.
Then it picks you up a little bit better. So back to the league form. And league form lately has been pretty good, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was very busy over Christmas. I think it was about 4 games in 10 days or so. Then we had a little break, and tomorrow, I'm just looking forward to get back to it. Because the league games are different. Although Wednesday felt like a league game, how it was in the stadium, there's nothing like it, and I'm just really looking forward to hopefully getting a win tomorrow, and it'll be good. It'll be a good game.
Just tell us about what it's like for being on the 7-day emergency loan over Christmas. It must be quite strange for a pro footballer, that.
Yeah, it was weird. I think I got back on the 23rd after we had a game on the Saturday, so I drove back that evening. And I came back up on the 24th on Christmas Eve, trained Christmas Day, and probably by 11:30 or so, because it was in early, I was done back at the hotel, and I was sitting there. I was like, oh my God, everyone's got their presents, got their Christmas dinners, and the hotel has set times for eating. So I didn't eat my Christmas dinner till 8 o'clock at night, and usually I'll have it at 3 o'clock. And I was raging. I was sitting there. I was like, is there any chance I can get it earlier? Because I was starving as well. I had 2 Tesco meal deals in the afternoon. I was still hungry, but it was strange, but I'm glad, because we had so many games that we was literally playing, training, so it kept me busy, which was nice, because as you know, family is the most important time around Christmas, and it was just really, really quite hard not to see them and stuff, but luckily the week before that the gaff gave me a few days off, which I really appreciated, so I'd done Christmas sort of a week and a bit earlier, but yeah, it was a very busy period. There was a few games there which we were unlucky not to pick up a few more points, but I think we had quite a good little run around that time.
Was it FaceTime? Was it all sorts of communications at Christmas for you then?
Yeah, on Christmas Day, as I said, I got back sort of 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I was FaceTiming my mum, my nan and granddad, and a lot of people were now around my nan and granddad, so I had my dad there, younger brothers, uncles, everyone was there, so it looked absolutely chaos, if I'm being honest. And I was just sitting there in the hotel room on my own, and it was completely peace and quiet. But FaceTimed everyone, and it was just nice to catch up with them all.
You'll remember this Christmas for the rest of your days, won't you? When you're at a really busy day next Christmas, you'll be thinking, remember last year?
Yeah, we're nice and peace and quiet in the hotel. But to be fair, in my head, it was just another day, a day before a game. I had to do my work the day before on Christmas, albeit on Christmas Day. It's just another day. And I think you get used to that as a footballer, as someone who works in sports, where your time off is in the summer, and you never really get that time off at Christmas. I've been lucky, a few years ago, I had COVID at Christmas 2 years on the bounce. So luckily, although it wasn't luckily, I had that time to spend with my family at Christmas. And then the year before that, I was injured, so I had a bit of time off there. But this was the first one where I've actually been away from home and had to be training and stuff like that. So I've been lucky with the Christmases, but as I said, it's just another game on Boxing Day, and I thought, mentally you have to be ready to play.
You've not been here too long, but the majority of people that walk into this football club, when they leave, it leaves lasting memories. Is that going to be the same for you when the time comes for you to go back?
Absolutely. I think when I first came, I believe it was early December, and at first it was a shock. It felt so far away, everything felt so far away, but to be fair, the lads, the staff, everyone has been amazing and made me feel so welcome straight away, and I feel like I'm in a really good place with the group, with the staff. We all on the same page in terms of being out on the field, being off the field. I've really, really enjoyed it, and I just think it's been brilliant, and it will be memories that last a lifetime.
And they've given you the chance to play, which is the main thing for all this, isn't it?
Massively, especially for someone like myself. Obviously, situations at QPR haven't allowed me to go out and play, injuries, timings and stuff like that. It just didn't align. And for my first loan, albeit emergency loan, it came up, and I was so grateful when it did come up, and how amazing, like the gaffer, Dibs, Jimmy, John, they've all been with me. They've been brilliant, and they've given me that chance to show what I can do on my platform. So I'm really, really grateful to them.
I'm sure they've got really good goalkeeping staff at QPR, but how's working with Andy Dibble? He's really highly rated in this industry.
No, yeah, Dibs is top man, first of all. Like, such a nice guy, such a good character, so easy to speak through, whether it's football or off the field stuff. Like, I'm really grateful to him, because ever since I came in on the first day, he was brilliant with me, and continuously has been.
This is a really young team right now. You must feel like one of the older ones at the moment, and you're a very young man. Do you think that Toby Salmon's not far away, so we understand that your spell here won't last, certainly for the rest of the season? Do you sense that there is enough in this dressing room to have a really good challenge for a playoff spot come the end?
Absolutely, I do. Like, at the moment, I think you look across our back four, including me, the average age is probably 20. It's crazy. I didn't even realise that until, it's funny, I actually looked on FIFA and I was looking at everyone's ages and I was like, oh my God, like, we're so young. And I just can't believe how young and how brilliant everyone is in terms of, like, the attitude and wanting to play, wanting to do well and push for the playoffs. I just think there will be 100% enough in the change room. With lads coming back from injury, it all helps. It's all positive and it's all good for the group, because they're looking, and someone even like Tommy Lee as well, like, he's injured at the moment. They'll be thinking, oh, he's going to be back in a few weeks, and it's a positive boost for the group. And mentally, like, that's what you need, I think, as a group who are getting through games, especially around the period we've just had where it's been game. I think everyone's mentally really switched on and wants to get to the playoffs come May.
And Gillingham's a good game for you personally, isn't it?
Yeah. It was funny. I was saying this to my family. Like I'm from Gillingham. That's where I was brought up. I think I was 10 years old when I joined their academy, and it will be really strange. Like, it's going to be so weird playing against them, because I've never played against them. There was a few pre-seasons ago where we were supposed to play against Gillingham, but it got cancelled. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're playing against Gills tomorrow. Like I've got my mum and my dad all calling me, and they're saying, oh, what's that going to be like? How do you feel? And I was like, to be honest, it's just another game. But in my head, it is a bit strange. It just makes me laugh every time I think about it. How, oh my God, are we playing against Gillingham, the team who I was at for so many years?
Is anyone coming up that you'll know?
No, unfortunately, like, everyone's busy. Everyone's got work and stuff, and it is quite a far trip from Gillingham. I think it's about 5.5, 6 hours. My nan and granddad done it a few weeks ago, and it is a bit of a trek for them. So I think they're just gonna get it on the telly at home.